Hey everybody, Big John back again. Let's talk some knives. I got a new one here recently. So this was my first decent carry pocket knife. Cold steel tie light, OS 8, liner lock. Uh, really, really good action. Still has good lockup. I quit carrying this because I broke the pocket clip in a four-wheeler accident. And the fact that it's not really a practical blade to be carrying. Uh, that over there. And then the next, I went to my Rat 1. Still smooth action. You'll see kind of a theme here is I like manual, non-serrated, tip up carry. And I like large knives. So yeah, I got a video about this one, and this is the knife that sat in the driveway for all of a winter one year, and my wife ended up finding it, and I cleaned it up and lubed it up, and I still carry this one just pretty much all the time. From there, I went to this Kaiser. You can see it's set up for left-hand carry right now, but I really love that blade shape, and the flipper action works great. It's super smooth. VG10 liner lock. I think all three of these are liner lock. But yeah, the thumb stud or the pocket clip screws on the right hand or for right hand carry stripped out on me. They came out. I almost lost the screws, and I tried to put them back in with Loctite, and they wouldn't screw back in. And then so I put the clip on the left hand side, and that's as tight as they get right there. And that pocket clip still wobbles, and I don't like it. So I don't carry a knife on my left hand side, and I'm still kind of worried about losing that pocket clip and screws. So this just kind of sits on my reloading bench in case I got to pry on something. I know you're not supposed to pry with knives, but look how thick that blade is and that tip. You aren't going to break that. So that pretty much opens boxes in there and pries on stuff when I'm working on guns. So when I lost my brown Rat 1, I liked it so much that I just didn't want to not have one. So I bought the green one in D2. And I don't carry this one as much. I've always I did a little bit of a polish job on the blade and the pocket clip and the liners, and did my little cutout right there for the thumb stud, because that is supposed to look like that, and that's just not enough room for my fat fingers to get to that that thumb stud. So I bought this one when I lost that one. Now I just kind of keep this one for a nice knife if I'm going to town, weddings, funerals, that kind of thing. I'll stick this in my pocket instead of that. Just because it's a nicer knife. It's clean. It's not all beat up. But I've still, through the years, just kind of stuck with the Rat 1. Now, so I really haven't had a whole lot of knives that were in my pocket, right? Like this is pretty much the last 15 years-ish of knives in my pocket. There's been a few others between this one and that one. There was a few others, but they were cheaper, your $20 Kershaws and stuff like that. that I've either lost or just don't have anymore. I moved to this one, wanting a little bit more high end. After that Kaiser, it's the Mannix 2 lightweight in BD1, made in the USA in Golden, Colorado. It's a very smooth action with that ball bearing lock. Very lightweight, and I carried this one a lot when I was over the road working that fuel job. I carried this one just almost daily all over the country. And probably in areas that I wasn't supposed to, but I don't know. I quit carrying it because of that pocket clip, and I know a lot of people love the Spyderco wire pocket clip, but it won't stay tight in my pants anymore because I've caught that and pulled it out, and it's sprung. You see, it won't stay tight to the knife, and it won't stay tight in a pocket. Now, I can't get that screw out because the whole thing spins. Like, I've taken knives apart a lot. I've taken every one of these on this table I've taken apart and cleaned and put back together and, put Loctite where Loctite needs to be, And I don't know if they used red Loctite instead of blue on this, or it's because there's nothing you can get in there and hold that side with. But it is just, you can't take the knife apart at all. You can, and I don't need to take the whole thing apart, but I would love to be able to take that pocket clip off there and bend it back into place. And I don't even know how you're supposed to be able to switch it to left-hand carry, and I don't know how you do it because I don't know how to get that out of there, that screw out. So until I figure that out, this is kind of just an around-the-house knife. I mean, so it sits in a EDC pack sometimes. I don't know. A lot of times it's something else in there. A lot of times it's a fixed blade in an EDC pack. So even after that, I went back to carrying the Rat 1. Until recently, I decided I wanted a nice high-end or higher-end production knife. I'm not in the market for customs or, super high-end stuff. Oh, and for the guy that made the comment about my purple tank in one of my videos, there. Are you happy now? So yeah, I'm not in the market for customs or, super high ends. I'm a live paycheck to paycheck working guy, and I don't have, same reason that I don't go buy, tool truck brand tools. I have some tool truck brand tools. I have quite a bit of them, but they're older. They were inherited, or I found good deals on them at pawn shops or something. I don't have a truck account, for tools. And my knives are the same way. The one place that I go a little off of that is with my firearms. I will spend a little more on firearms for good quality stuff, but, you're talking the difference between life and death there, as a carry gun, or even if it's just a range toy, you're talking is it going to be fun to shoot, or are you going to be sitting there working on it all the time? Yeah, that's the difference. Are you going to be constantly clearing malfunctions, or is it going to blow up in your face if it's cheap enough? But I digress. So with knives, I'm more, when I talk high end, I mean, $75 Spyderco is a higher end knife to me. A good American made with good materials, solid built knife. At Kaiser, it's Chinese made, but there again, it's made with good quality steels, good craftsmanship, good centering, cold steel. American made for the most part. Some of their stuff's Chinese made, I think, or Taiwan. What's that say? That says Taiwan on it. Okay. I say I know some of their stuff's not made in the U.S. Some of it is, but you aren't gonna break a cold steel knife. That's just common knowledge. They're just built like tanks. Lynn Thompson overbuilds everything, and it's something I appreciate. With I work outdoors. I work on the farm. My actual job is outdoors. So I'll pay a little bit more for a little higher quality, is what I'm saying. But I'm not a guy that's in the market for $400 knives. So I went and bought this. Now it's just about the cheapest benchmade you can get, without it being a Griptilian, which are too small for me. Or the bug out is about the same price, and I'm just not a bug out fan. They feel flimsy and cheap to me, and they're too small. I like big knives. You see how smooth that is? I barely even have to touch that thumb stud. But that is a Benchmade Presidio 2 CF Elite. Full steel liners with that carbon fiber reinforced nylon or something scales. The deep carry pocket clip from Benchmade. S30V steel, and it's a 3 3/4 inch blade. You see right there, that says S30V if my phone would focus. When it's stonewashed, it is in their tactical lineup, but especially where I'm at in rural farm community, everybody carries big knives. That's not uncommon, and that doesn't look too terribly tactical to me, right? And it is a little bit bigger even than the Rat 1, which is crazy because the Rat 1's a big knife. So I've only had this thing less than a week. Been playing with it. It had a little bit of lock stick when I got it on that axis lock, and I got that to go away. I'm still trying to get used to that axis lock because it is a little bit different of a feel than even the Spyderco ball bearing lock. The ball bearing lock's a little tighter, a little different throw. But yeah, I've been playing with it, and I might do an update if this video gets views and people want to know what I think about it after some use. I'll do another update video on it, but for right now, I'm pretty happy with it. Thanks for watching.